Disclaimer. This is purely a journalistic point of view. Nothing more has been said in this video, other than that, of which has been reported by various media sources. Anything that has been said can be backed up by various references seen in the description, as well as in the video itself. This compilation of facts is the result of the r/conspiracy community's efforts over the years to distribute information between ourselves. Many users contributed to this list, some unknowingly. This list will be constantly updated as new information is discovered. Everything has been roughly placed into categories for easier reading. If you see anything important that was missed, please let us know. The more people who contribute, the larger the list gets. If you are looking for a post to share with others outside of this community, friends, family or strangers, to show them the overwhelming amount of conspiracy facts out there, please share this post. Enjoy! Part 1. Human Experimentation. Government tested AIDS drugs on foster kids. Children not provided with basic legal protection, review finds. Government-funded researchers tested AIDS drugs on hundreds of foster children over the past 2 decades, often without providing them a basic protection afforded in federal law and required by some states, an Associated Press review has found. The research funded by the National Institutes of Health spanned the country. It was most widespread in the 1990s as foster care agencies sought treatments for their HIV-infected children that weren't yet available in the marketplace. The research was conducted in at least 7 states: Illinois, Louisiana, Maryland, New York, North Carolina, Colorado and Texas, and involved more than 4 dozen different studies. The foster children ranged from infants to late teens, according to interviews and government records. Article provided in the description. The Imperial Japanese Army's notorious medical research team carried out secret human experiments, regarded as some of the worst war crimes in history. Its scientists subjected more than 10,000 people per year to grotesque Joseph Mengele-style torture in the name of science, including captured Russian soldiers and downed American air crews. The experiments included hanging people upside down until they choked, burying them alive, injecting air into their veins and placing them in high-pressure chambers. Article provided in the description. From 1955 to 1972, Army doctors gave soldier volunteers synthetic marijuana, LSD and 2 dozen other psychoactive drugs during experiments aimed at developing chemical weapons that could incapacitate enemy soldiers. Article provided in the description. Part 2. Political. MI5 agents are allowed to carry out criminal activity in the UK, the government has acknowledged for the first time. MI5 grants its informants legal cover to participate in crimes that may extend to murder, torture and sexual assaults, a tribunal has heard. Article link provided in the description. The Bush administration used a psychological operation against the American public, called the Pentagon Military Analyst Program, to secretly spread pro-government talking points through the media for years. Article link provided in the description. The Great Purge, also known as the Great Terror, was a brutal political campaign, led by Soviet dictator Joseph Stalin to eliminate dissenting members of the Communist Party, and anyone else he considered a threat. Although estimates vary, most experts believe at least 750,000 people were executed during the Great Purge, which took place between about 1936 and 1938. More than 1 million other people were sent to forced labor camps, known as gulags. This ruthless and bloody operation caused rampant terror throughout the USSR and impacted the country for many years. Article link provided in the description. Part 3. Water pollution. Records analyzed by the New York Times indicate that the Clean Water Act has been violated more than 506,000 times since 2004 by more than 23,000 companies and other facilities, according to reports submitted by polluters themselves. Article link provided in the description. Chicago Tribune. 11,000 Crestwood, Illinois residents were now only given tap water contaminated with cancer-causing chemicals for 40 years. Federal agents raided Crestwood's Village Hall, their Department of Public Works building, and the police department. Article link provided in the description. Part 4. Television. How the CIA helped make Zero Dark 30. Behind the scenes, The CIA secretly worked with the filmmakers, and the movie portrayed the agency's controversial, enhanced interrogation techniques, widely described as torture, as a key to uncovering information that led to the finding and killing of bin Laden. But the massive Senate torture report released in December 2014 found that the program was brutal, mismanaged, and most importantly, didn't work. Article link provided in the description. Over the decades, the relationship between Hollywood and the military has served the needs of both sides. Filmmakers gain access to equipment, locations, personnel, and information that lend the production's authenticity, while the armed forces get some measure of control over how they're depicted. That's important not just for recruiting, but also for guiding the behavior of current troops and appealing to the U.S. taxpayers, who foot the bills. National Cine Media, which sells ads in movie theaters, paired the Army and 20th Century Fox for a marketing campaign designed to reach potential recruits. The campaign intercut footage from the Fox superhero movie, X-Men: First Class, with images of real soldiers as a voice-over intoned, heroes ordinary people who discover they can do extraordinary things. The spots played in cinemas, and exit polls of 17 to 24-year-olds leaving the movie theater found that those who saw the ad were 25% more likely to say they would consider joining the Army. Article link provided in the description. All these people that run studios, they go to Washington, they hang around with senators, they hang around with CIA directors, and everybody's on board. Article link provided in the description. Part 5. Surveillance. How America spies on Europe and the United Nations. President Obama promised that NSA surveillance activities were aimed exclusively at preventing terrorist attacks. But secret documents from the intelligence agency show that the Americans spy on Europe, the United Nations, and other countries. Article link provided in the description. Operation Chaos, Project Merrimack, and Project Resistance were three related CIA domestic spying programs. The purpose of Chaos was to amass files on Americans suspected of being domestic dissidents and look into any foreign influence on leftist movements. Under Merrimack, CIA agents infiltrated peace groups and black activist groups with the aim of anticipating attacks on the agency itself. The aim of Project Resistance was to compile information on radical groups that might target CIA activities or assets. The program compiled information from around the country, but specifically targeted college campuses in its search for radical elements. The CIA obtained additional information from local police and campus officials. Article link provided in the description. Cops scan social media to assess your threat rating. Article link provided in the description.